Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why your body feels tired, but your mind just won't rest? You're not alone. Sleep changes with age, often in subtle ways, but the effects can be deeply felt. What once was a restful 7 or 8 hours now becomes a series of naps broken by bathroom trips, restlessness, or simply lying awake while the world sleeps. It's frustrating, isn't it? And sometimes even a little frightening. Meet Irene. She's 72, a retired schoolteacher who spent her days guiding young minds and her evenings reading on the porch with her husband, George. But since George passed last year, sleep has become a stranger. She tries herbal teas, soft music, and even counting backward from 300. Some nights it helps. Most nights, she still finds herself awake at dawn, drained before the day even begins. Then there's Paul, a 68-year-old former postman who has always kept a steady routine: early dinner, evening walk, lights out by 10. But in recent years, his sleep has grown lighter and shorter. He wakes up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. He told his daughter, "It's like my brain forgets how to shut down." Sleep isn't just about resting, it's how our bodies heal. For older adults, poor sleep can lead to memory issues, low energy, depression, and even weakened immunity. And while many turn to pills or over-the-counter remedies, what if part of the solution was already sitting on your plate? Yes, food. The connection between what we eat and how we sleep is more powerful than most people realize. Certain foods naturally support melatonin production, help calm the nervous system, or keep blood sugar stable through the night. Today, we'll explore 5 of these sleep-supporting foods. Not miracle cures, but gentle, nourishing allies. If you've been struggling with insomnia, or if someone you love tosses and turns each night, this may be the quiet wisdom you've been waiting for. Let's gently open that door to deeper rest, starting with what we put on our fork. It may sound simple, even old-fashioned, but there's a reason why mothers for generations have offered a warm glass of milk before bed. Milk isn't just comforting, it contains natural compounds that support sleep. One of the key ingredients is tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the brain produce serotonin, which in turn becomes melatonin, the hormone that guides our sleep cycle. But beyond the science, there's something emotional about warm milk too. Take Alice, who's 74 and lives in a quiet neighborhood near her daughter's home. Each evening, she heats a small cup of milk, adds a sprinkle of nutmeg, and sips it slowly while looking out her kitchen window. "It reminds me of when I was a child," she says. "It settles me down." For Alice, that ritual matters as much as the milk itself, and she's not alone. In studies, older adults who drink warm milk before bed often report better sleep quality and fewer awakenings during the night. The warmth helps relax the body. The slow drinking gives the mind a chance to wind down. And the tryptophan works quietly in the background, helping you slide into deeper rest. If you're lactose intolerant or avoiding dairy, don't worry, there are alternatives. Fortified plant-based milks like almond, oat, or soy often contain added calcium and even B vitamins, which also support sleep and nerve function. The key is warmth, calmness, and consistency. It's not about gulping down a large glass just before lying down. It's about creating a small, sacred habit, a pause before sleep that tells your body, it's time to let go. So tonight, consider warming up a small cup of milk or its plant-based cousin. Add a pinch of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla for taste. It's a simple act. But in the quiet of the night, sometimes it's the smallest gestures that invite the deepest peace. Now, here's a surprising helper: cherries. Not only are they delicious and refreshing, but they also happen to be one of the few natural sources of melatonin. Yes, the very hormone your brain uses to regulate sleep and wake cycles is found in these ruby red fruits. Janet, 70, discovered this during a conversation at her local walking club. She'd mentioned her sleep troubles, and someone suggested she try tart cherry juice in the evening. At first, she laughed. "Juice won't fix my sleep," she thought. But she gave it a try. 2 weeks later, she noticed she was falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. Research backs Janet's experience. A small study found that adults who drank tart cherry juice twice a day slept longer and had improved sleep quality. It's important to note, it's usually tart cherries, like Montmorency cherries, that carry this sleep-promoting power. They're more potent in melatonin than sweet varieties. You can try fresh cherries when they're in season, or go for tart cherry juice. Even dried tart cherries as a small snack can help. The best time to consume them? About 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. That gives your body time to absorb the natural melatonin and settle in for the night. And here's something else. Cherries are rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. That means they don't just help you sleep, they also support your overall health, easing aches and supporting heart health. A bowl of cherries or a small glass of tart cherry juice won't replace good sleep habits, but they can be a powerful piece of the puzzle. So if your nights feel long and restless and your mind won't quiet down, maybe it's time to let nature's sleep fruit lend a hand. Oats aren't just for breakfast anymore. They may be one of the most underestimated bedtime foods, especially for older adults. Here's why. Oats contain complex carbohydrates that help more tryptophan reach your brain. As we mentioned earlier, tryptophan is essential for making serotonin and melatonin, your sleep hormones. But oats do more than that. They're rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in muscle relaxation and nerve function. Low magnesium levels have been linked to insomnia and restless nights. Oats also offer a calming effect on the nervous system and help maintain steady blood sugar levels through the night. For someone like Harold, 77, oats became an evening ritual. I used to think oatmeal was just for cold mornings, he says, but now I eat a small bowl around 8 p.m. with almond milk and a sliced banana. It fills me up just enough, and I sleep better than I used to. He's onto something. Bananas, like oats, also contain magnesium and potassium, both of which help relax muscles and calm the body. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with a tense jaw or tight legs, these minerals may offer the quiet support your body needs. So next time you're reaching for a late-night snack, consider a small serving of warm oatmeal. You can top it with a sprinkle of flaxseed or chopped nuts, or even a few tart cherries if you want to double up on sleep benefits. Just remember to keep portions light. Too much food right before bed can do the opposite and disrupt sleep. But a warm, gentle bowl of oats? That's a comforting path back to calm. Don't let their size fool you. Walnuts carry big sleep benefits in their tiny shells. Walnuts naturally contain melatonin, just like tart cherries. But that's not all. They're also a rich source of healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support brain health. Why does that matter for sleep? Because a calm, well-fed brain is more likely to wind down at night. Doris, 66, used to struggle with what she called mind racing. Thoughts about her grown kids, her bills, and even past regrets would swirl around just as she laid her head on the pillow. But she read that omega-3s might support better sleep and mood. She added a handful of walnuts to her evening yogurt, and slowly, her nights began to soften. Scientific studies suggest that the fatty acids in walnuts help increase serotonin, another hormone tied closely to our sleep cycle. And since serotonin levels naturally decline with age, replenishing it through food becomes more important. Walnuts are also high in magnesium and other calming nutrients. Eating just a small handful, about 7 or 8 halves, is enough. You can enjoy them on their own, mix them with oats, or sprinkle them into a banana smoothie. The key is consistency. The effects may not be instant, but over a few weeks, your body starts responding. And the good news is, unlike sleeping pills, walnuts come without side effects. One more tip: choose raw or lightly roasted varieties. Avoid sugar-coated or overly salted walnuts, which can disrupt sleep. A small handful in the evening might be the missing piece in your sleep puzzle. Nature's remedies are often quiet, but powerful. Sleep can feel like a mystery after 60. What once was easy now feels like a nightly struggle. But remember, your body hasn't failed you. It's just asking for different support. And sometimes, that support starts with food. Warm milk, tart cherries, oats, bananas, walnuts. Each one offers not just nutrition, but a message: you are still cared for, and healing is possible. No single food will magically solve insomnia, but together, these gentle additions can whisper to your nervous system, it's time to rest. More importantly, they give you back a sense of control. When you choose a calming bedtime snack, when you sip milk by the window like Irene, or prepare oats like Harold, you're creating a ritual of care. That matters. That helps. So tonight, choose one food from this list. Try it. Feel it. Don't rush. Let the quiet settle in. And as your body begins to relax, may your thoughts do the same. You deserve deep sleep. You deserve mornings that begin in peace, not fatigue. If this video has helped you or reminded you of something you used to do, share it with a friend. Leave a comment and let us know what works for you. We're all in this together, learning how to rest again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to The Elder Insight. We're here each week with stories, insights, and gentle guidance, because this chapter of life still holds beauty, meaning, and rest. Thank you for being here. May tonight bring you peace.